And welcome to Deep and Gentle Flow. You're going to practice yoga with me today, and we are going to practice some more specified yin yoga and going into deep relaxation, going into stress release, into opening, into really calming our minds and our bodies down, which I think maybe if you tuned in here, might need right now, might like to expand a bit more to your current situation, and it can always help us a lot of our daily life, which can sometimes be quite busy with business, family, hobbies, all the things we want to do to actually come back more as well into a state of being, balance our yin and yang out. Yin, more the female energy, the being, the receptive, the moon energy, the shadow, the cold, the water. And the yang energy is more the male, the doing, the sun, the activity, the fire. This has nothing to do with men and women. We all have a male, a yin, and a yang side in our body. And we can, with ease again, balance these sides out. And this is what we are going to do in our yin practice today. So I invite you to make it yourself as well comfortable, and maybe depending on the temperature. I'm here in Sweden right now. We have like -3 or something, already the first snow outside. I put on a nice cozy pullover. I put on some warm socks. We will go into poses, into asanas, which we will hold between 2 to 5 minutes. I'm going to hold the poses between 2 and 5 minutes. So when being longer in an asana, it can happen that we might feel some shivers, we might feel some a bit more coldness inside ourselves. So I just recommend you don't want to take it on right now, just have something warmer to put on close at your side. I also recommend you to have a yoga block. You can have a block if you have that at home. Otherwise, also any kind of other prop like books or some package or anything in that kind of size related can support you later. So have a block or something similar, have a bolster or something similar, a big pillow, maybe from the sofa, or 2, 3 pillows, which are a bit smaller, can also help. And I also recommend you to have a blanket close, or 2 or 3 blankets if you want to use your blankets as well as your bolster. So as we're going to hold the asana 2 to 5 minutes, depending on which one we are in, we are actually connecting deeper into our muscles, into our fascial tissue. The fascial tissue, you can imagine yourself a little bit. If you have an orange, or I in the morning also like to have grapefruit, for example, or a mandarin, a clementine. And when you start to peel it, you have this wide layer around. And when you start to peel it further, all these little slices are also covered in this wide kind of coat they are wearing. And even um, if you would kind of make it in even smaller pieces, every little droplet inside there, where the juice is inside as well, where the flesh is inside, is surrounded by this white tissue. And in that sense, you can imagine your body. We have a fascial tissue, for example, from the bottom side here of our forehead, over our whole top of the head, our back side, our butt, our hamstrings, our calves, up to the top of our feet, over the back of our feet. And our fascial tissue is actually there to hold us together, to hold muscular structures together. And if we don't use it, it's getting stiff. And it's kind of supporting your youth. So by not using it, you might age quicker. And by stimulating it, like kind of massaging it, opening it, lengthening it again, the fluids which are going through it are going to rejuvenate your body and your cells way better. You will feel more healthy. You will feel more flexible. Um, it's like super, super deep important to work with your fascial tissues, not only to strengthen our muscles, but really also to work kind of with the shell around. So the muscle can really be in a nice shape as well and can do its work at best. So that's where we want to go today. And to go there, to be able to hold certain asanas for 2 to 5 minutes, it's really good to be connected with your breath. So that's what we are going to practice at first, to go into Ujjayi breath, which is our ocean breath in yoga. And with the Ujjayi breath, we're more or mostly connecting to our throat here, but we are able to go through certain challenging stages as we have kind of an anchor we can always connect to. We can breathe through it. I always like to explain it as well. With being in labor, we breathe ourselves through when a woman is in labor, giving birth to a baby. That's the only way to get it out, so to say. So our only way to get through is connecting to our breath. And that doesn't mean that every asana, every pose has to feel like super intense. That's not the sense. We want to stretch out. We have a comfort zone. We want to stretch a little bit out into our stretch zone, but we don't want to end up in a panic zone. Whenever you feel it's just too much, step a little bit back in the pose, in the depth where you are in that moment. Maybe you want to go a little bit deeper later, but don't let your system go into panic. That's more counterproductive than supportive. Okay. So find a comfortable seat for you. Maybe you want to also start in a cross-legged seat with me. You can sit on a block. Actually, the block doesn't feel very good for me right now. You can sit on a blanket if you like to have something underneath your sit bones. And just find a comfortable place here. And if you have never practiced Ujjayi breath beforehand, I would just give you a short introduction here. The Ujjayi breath, the ocean breath, really supporting us to also create heat inside. It's actually also kind of yang then in the end, but it supports us in this yin pose and this deep letting go pose to kind of have our anchor to go through, our fire to go through it. And maybe well, I think everybody of us already did that, to fog a mirror or a piece of glass, to like breathe out the warm air or warm oxygen that is coming out, breathe it out, make it foggy, then write something on it. What we're kind of doing when we are breathing Ujjayi is that we fog the mirror, do that on the in and exhale. The only thing is we're not doing that through our mouth. So first, maybe you would like to practice for a moment to do the mirror breath, like feel your warm air here. And the next time, just close your lips, close your mouth, and do the same thing with closed lips. Breathe in through the nose. And exhale kind of through the nose with the sound coming through your throat. Practice that for 2-3 more times. Breathe in through the nose, let your belly expand. And then breathe out through the mouth. Good. One more time. Breathe in, let your belly expand. Breathe out. Hear this ocean sound in your throat. And then the same thing we do on the inhale as well. You may imagine you have maybe like a kind of hole in your throat. And through this hole, you're inhaling now as well, the ocean sound. And the same you are doing then on the exhale. Practice that 2, 3, 4 more times for yourself. The inhale through the nose, our belly expands, ocean sound. And the exhale, belly deflates, ocean sound. So this kind of breath can carry you through the poses if you want to go deeper, if you want to open up more here. Maybe an emotion comes up, maybe if you feel a tense part in your body, which you want to invite to open more. go for Ujjayi breath. Okay. Then let's find ourselves in a position lying on our belly. I invite you to bring the right arm out to the side. I invite you to bring your left foot up towards your butt. And then start to roll your body over onto the right side. Step your left foot up here. Bring the sole of the foot on the ground. Opening your shoulder. Opening your chest. And you can leave your left hand here next to your head. Your right side of the forehead is lying on the floor. Or you can even place it on the back of your back. Or you place it a little bit under your waist. Put the fingers under the waist. And just stay here with me for a few minutes. Breathe and opening into your shoulder, into the back side of your body. Focus on your breath. Invite your mind to stay here with your breath, with you. Not start wandering around. Really releasing all the tension that you might be holding here on your right shoulder. Sometimes you carry a lot of things for others. Take over responsibilities for topics of others. At work, the family, or partner or friendships. And opening the shoulder belt, releasing tension from here can support you a lot. Also letting go of the expectations, of the inner expectations we gave ourselves of having to carry things for the world around us. By holding these poses longer, we're deepening our breath. We are creating an opening into the deep, deep memory of our body and releasing very old, deep tension we might be holding over a very long time already. Not being able to relax, chill in our daily life. That's why regular yin practice is really supportive, bringing more peace into your body and your mind. Bringing more peace in that way into your life. Bringing more freedom. To everything you want to do. Releasing old obligations. If you find yourself here in a challenging moment, even allowing your body to deeper open and let go, just connect to the Ujjayi breath. Whenever you should feel it's really going too much, just move yourself a little bit more back out of the pose. And then maybe go back a little bit deeper again after some time. If you have your hand tucked under your waist here, slowly bring your arm out again beside your face. And slowly, 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 we're always going very slowly out of the poses. Move your body here out of this asana. Bring your head, hands next to your face. Bring your elbows under your shoulders and rise here with me into Sphinx pose. Engaging your belly and your glutes a bit, pressing the top side of your feet into the mat. Bring the hands onto the mat, pressing the hands into the mat and pulling yourself even a little bit more forward. Relaxing your shoulders, bringing the chin to your chest. And slowly start to move your chin towards your left shoulder. Look back down onto the mat. And circle your chin towards the right and continue this movement in a slow pace. Relaxing your neck muscles. You should feel in between some tension in your jaw, your teeth pressing a bit onto each other. Our jaw easily goes into a contracted state when we are innerly tense under stress. And you can just open your teeth, top and the bottom part from each other. Do some kind of goldfish movements, I always call them. Softly open and close your teeth. It easily happens that we have to sigh, that we have to yawn, releasing the tension you're holding there. You can continue like this or just let your head hang down here in Sphinx pose. Or if you want more, bring your hands to the edges of the mat and press yourself here up with me into seal pose. Letting your chin move towards your chest to relax your neck. Engage your glutes a bit to support your lower back muscles. And bring the shoulders away from the ears and press your shoulders towards your ears here. Good job. And breathe in and out. Inhale, our belly always expands. And with the exhale, it always deflates.
Your lower back should start to hurt, get too compressed. Just lower yourself back down into Sphinx. Always go not with a comfort, but with your stretch zone, and feel where your stretch zone has been stretched enough. Or your deep cellular structures, staying longer in an asana to open deeper so your cells can also start to reprogram, receive new information, revitalize themselves. And slowly start to lower down with me. You can first bring your elbows onto the mat and bring your hands in the middle together and let your forehead rest on your hands. Relax your body fully. Often it's challenging for us to really go into trust and let go, and we easily feel a tension to hold on to control. And allow yourself right now to let some control go and invite some more trust, invite some more deeper surrendering. It can in some moments also happen that emotions come up when being in a yin state, because everything, like water, comes more into flow. I encourage you to just allow that and invite that. Let it flow, pass by, like something passing by on a river. And from here, start to reach out your left hand, left arm to the left side. Bring your right heel towards your butt, and then start to roll yourself over onto your right side. Bring your soul onto the mat, lay your left forehead on the mat. And also here, maybe you like to bring your hand on your lower back, or even tuck it a bit here under your waist, or just leave it next to your head, whatever feels good for you for now. Allow yourself to fall now into left shoulder open now. Releasing here everything that you unnecessarily still carry of yourself, that you're burdening yourself with. Thoughts, past memories, or experiences. By opening our deeper tissues, deeper information that has been stored in our body can be fully digested, let go of, released, to pass on in life, to move on, to create new experiences, new information we can live from. Allow yourself in the yin poses to really fall as if you are cuddling yourself into some really cozy place, or Get the feeling as if you're cradled. Your body can, after yin class, really feel so smooth, so soft, so deeply nourished. Allow yourself to invite exactly this feeling of peacefulness. Very good. And slowly untuck your right hand here and bring it to the right side of your face. Slowly, slowly move your body back into the middle. Bring your left hand next to your head. And then bring yourself up with me into tabletop position. Have your knees hip wide apart. Bring the top side of your fingers, let them point towards your knees. And then go with me with the inhale into a cow pose. Bringing your sternum more up into the sky, opening the chest towards the mat. Gaze goes up. And on the exhale, rounding your spine. And continue here for a few very slow in and exhales. Move your spine. In India, the cow is seen as an holy animal. Cows are very slow beings, very wise beings. And with a slow movement, becoming more slow, we can actually connect more to our inner wisdom. We're always in a rushy mode. You're not able to listen to the wisdom that is naturally coming through us. And then turn your hands back around, fingertips to the front of the mat. Continue with a few more big head cows. And going into stillness can be really challenging for some people nowadays. Doing nothing, just being. Society learned to be a very quick-paced place. Finding that own inner rest. That place to revitalize yourself, recharge. Really important, otherwise we see there are a lot of burnouts, too much yang energy, too much doing, doing, doing. Come here with me into a neutral tabletop. Then bring your knees a little bit more out to the mat. Let your toes touch here behind your back. And then we like to still move a little bit more further at the front of the mat. And sit down onto your heels. You might want to grab, you can check yourself a bit in there. You might want to grab a bolster. Maybe we're going to not go now into an expanded supine hero pose. You might want to place a bolster here at the bottom of your spine to be able to lie back. You might want to place a block here or a blanket, wherever pop you have. Otherwise, you can also slowly move back and go here onto your forearms. Or if that feels right for you, go with your whole back onto the mat. Open your arms, maybe hold it to the side, or open them into cactus pose. And depending on where it feels good for you to go. Move into that posture. I would take a little blanket from you today. Lying your back here, allowing your top side of the ankles to stretch and to open. Your knees and your thighs. The whole front side of your body, as well as the lower part of the spine, is invited to open, lengthen. Let yourself fall into this here. Maybe after some time, you can also feel you want the deeper feeling without pushing it, then just release the pain. Every position, you can also always close your eyes and just wait for my audio guidance to go into the next asana. We are continuously in a stressed mode. Our nervous system is in a kind of survival state. Sympathetic nervous system is activated. And then even maybe our digestion is not supported so much with energy. Our heart rate goes up. We will more easily get sick or have inflammations because it weakens our body to have continuous stress. We're going into yin, breathing deeper, slowing down, reconnecting to our parasympathetic nervous system. Just relax, be calm and quiet. The more we practice it, the more easy it gets to switch from a maybe slightly aroused or stressed or tense state of doing, to a calm, peaceful state of being. It's also just practice. Imagine again if tension start to build up around your jaw and your teeth. Just as if you would if you would chew something, just open and close your jaw. Let the tension release here. Our goldfish mouth. And slowly, slowly, slowly activate your body here again and bring yourself out of this asana.
Move your bolster or your blanket as a prop with you towards the front of the mat. And then we want to bring our right knee and our right foot parallel to our bolster, parallel to our prop. Create a 90-degree angle here between our legs and create a 90-degree angle, kind of 45 something between our left leg. And we want to slowly go into deer pose, bringing our upper body over our right leg and starting to lower down our head here onto the prop, flexing our neck, flexing your mind, calm of the mind, calm of the body, and the calm of the body, the calm of the mind. The more easy it's for us to make decisions and to be creative. Having a calm and peaceful mind brings us more into the now moment, away from being connected to the past and what has happened, or to the future outcomes or what could happen. It really creates presence in the now, where everything is happening. The only place where you can be now. Remember your Ujjayi breath whenever your mind should start to wander somewhere. Finding a deep connection with your breath there. Sometimes it's actually the most challenging part for the mind to stay still, stay on one place for a longer time. And also that is practice, like teaching a little puppy or a dog, stay, to sit, to be there. Patience and practice. Consistency. And slowly start to bring your upper body up over your legs. Maybe roll your prop a little bit away. Bring your left leg towards the front. Bring the foot next to your right thigh. Push yourself a little bit to the front. Bring your knees a little bit more on top of each other, and maybe you would also like to place then a prop under your sit bones. Flexing your feet here a bit more, having them into a 90-degree angle, and just see where your knees, where your feet land, wherever they land right now.
Fits perfectly. Just change my position so you can see that better. And then place your left hand onto the mat and start to rise your right arm over the side here. Gaze a bit towards your biceps, opening the right side. Of your chest, relaxing into your hips. This pose often has for many people a kind of love-hate relationship, because it really triggers our hips from the inside of our thighs, but over our hips into our bit up to our solar plexus, to where our navel is a little bit higher. We have a set of muscles which store, it's like our soul muscles from experiences, our soul kept in here, or trauma muscles, they're also called. A lot of trauma is stored here. We go into a fetal position, mostly trauma responsive muscular contraction. So by wanting to open them, we also open here to all the experiences we once had. That's why that's a delicate part to work with. Might sometimes like to hold, and the more in a very calm state we can just invite it to open a bit and a bit and a bit more. More we can release this very, very deep old tension that easily holds us in such a survival state. More having a feeling of then running after things, and stepping more into a place actually of creating things new, then getting space to create something new, to not be bound to your past anymore. Slowly release here out of the side bend. Place your hands in front of your feet. You can bring the fingertips here on the mat. Stretch your arms out here. And then bend a little bit forward. If that feels too much here, you can also, for example, take a block and place it on the block. Whatever feels best for you right now. Lower your chin onto your chest. Our hips, shoulder, and jaw part is also connected, so while we easily build up tension in our jaw, grind with our teeth, for example, at night, if we still have a lot of held tension inside our body. By releasing that, you'll feel so much more freedom, so much more smoothness in ourselves and in life. Connect to your giant breath if it should get challenging right now. Sometimes the body might just feel like it wants to run away from this now. Just stop it, stop it, stop it. Surrender into this. I personally sometimes have it that I have like little body shocks, that my muscles then slightly, shortly contract, release like an electric impulse contraction that is still there. Rare people that I met also experience that, but it exists if you should ever experience that for yourself. It's always a good sign if you have to yawn. Doesn't mean you're tired now. It just means you're relaxing. And slowly also start to move out of shoelace pose here. Bring your feet next to each other back onto the mat. You can place your hands here behind you, either fingertips pointing to the back of the mat or towards your hips. And then windshield wipe your knees here from side to side. Slowly. Very good. Let's start to move ourselves here into deer pose with our left leg forward. Bring your left knee towards your prop. Bring your left foot, the toes towards your prop. Arrange your right leg that you have a 90-degree angle between your thigh of your left leg and the thigh of your right leg. And check in here that you have a 45 to 90-degree angle from your calf to your thigh. And position your upper body over your left leg and slowly bring yourself here forward and check in how deep you want to go. Maybe it's already good for you to just go a little bit down. That's already enough. Check in for yourself. What's the best for you? You're the only one who knows. And then allow yourself to rest in here. Fall into this. Your neck find relaxation. Sometimes really magical things can happen after yin session, after we release past things out of our physical system, of our physiology that way. Like decluttering your wardrobe or your house. Suddenly you see there's so much more space. Suddenly you start to see things totally different. Just because you allowed yourself to let go of the past. People who have challenges with sleeping. Yin yoga is your time before sleep really a good choice. Start to create a better sleeping rhythm again. Releasing all the little tensions we maybe collected over the day by having stress at work or not catching a bus or hearing someone yelling somewhere. Releasing that tension can help us so much to find a more restorative sleep. Practice in yin. Also, we love to give, love to serve in some way, love to make others happy, do good for others. We have an endless cup inside in ourselves. For practicing yin, we can support ourselves to refill our own cup to be able to give. Nourishing ourselves is so important. And slowly, slowly start to move yourself here back up again. Remove your prop a little bit. Bring your right foot over your left foot. Press yourself forward so you can align your knees a little bit more easy. So you want to place something under your butt, a prop to have a little bit better angle. For some, might be challenging. Bring hips and knees so close. Just feel what feels good for you today. And place your right hand like 20, 30 centimeters away from your hip, next to your right toe, on the left toe on your right side. And then start to bend your arm over the side. Maybe you like to look down, maybe you like to look up, whatever feels better for you. And open here then the left side of your body. Slowly release here again. And I have the feeling that I just realized that we stretched the left side 2 times. And bring your hands out to the front. Bring your chest a bit forward, lengthen your arms here. Relax your neck. Bring your chin towards your chest. No, but I did. Allow yourself to breathe deeply in and out. If you feel there's a lot of tension that rises up, imagine it goes out through your crown like a ventile. All tension rising along your spine through your energetic centers up towards the top of your head, and release it here. Sometimes there are also for me moments coming where my body just moves in a way that's like bioenergetically, the energy moves your body. That is certain misconnection, malconnection, just wants to be put into the right connection again. One more minute. Sometimes we are trying to find our relaxation still in the doing. If you're, for example, watching TV, or some people also try to find relaxation by drinking alcohol. This is really not giving the sufficient and really long-term relaxation that your body really needs. Alkalining your body, releasing stress and tension. Stress is creating acidity in the body. The more acidity, the more the body has to work to bring it back again into an alkaline state. If we're not in an alkaline state, all our organs cannot properly work for us, and we are easier sick, get easier diseases, are not so happy, cannot enjoy life so much. Slowly start to come here out of shoelace pose as well. Lengthen your feet to the short side of the mat. Maybe you like to shortly rock or shake your legs a little bit out. I want you to open your hips here a little bit more, depending on also what is workable for you in the moment. And take a block, place something here between your knees. You're going to go into caterpillar pose, forward fold. You also like to bring some of your flesh away from the knees. It should be challenging for you. You have quite short hamstrings and calves. You can place a blanket under your hips, under your sit bones. And bring the hands over the top, over the sides, to the top of your head. And then fall forward here and check in. Maybe you need several blocks, more blankets. You can either touch, like grab your socks here and pull yourself a bit to the socks. Press the back side of your legs into the mat. Or maybe you can grab your toes. Maybe you can just, in some way for yourself, you can grab your pants and grab here to get some kind of stretch in the back side. And also totally by putting your forehead onto your block, onto your prop, find a total relaxation here in your neck and your upper body. Wanting to stretch or to relax, to open something. You always have two muscles working together, two sides working together. The one has to contract for the other one to lengthen, the agonist and the antagonist. So the agonist muscles here on the top side of our legs. Need to contract for the back side of our legs to lengthen, to open deeper. To plainly strengthen is quite unsafe without contracting the agonist, contracting the other muscle that is always working with the lengthening muscle together. Breathe deep. Surrender yourself, your mind, your ego, your identifications, your I have to's and I must. Into this pose here, let yourself fall. Allow pressure to melt away. And allow yourself to feel that you're worthy and valuable just by being here, just by existing. not having to achieve anything.
are our friends, are us.
And slowly start to calm yourself now back out here, out of this pose.
Embraces us,
Come with me
and we
onto your flat
embrace
back.
nature.
Extend your right leg and bring your left knee towards your chest. Drag your left
We
knee
are
here towards your
nature.
belly.
We are the trees and the clouds and the waters. When you hug a tree,
Then extend your
you're
left arm
hugging
out to the side
yourself.
and bring your right knee over, a left knee over to your right side. Maybe you like to or want
We
to
are
place a
human
prop
beings.
under your left knee here,
Human beings
folding over
of
to the right side.
calmness.
And please do so. The gaze is looking over your left arm, left shoulder. You can place your hands still here onto your right knee, onto your right thigh. And if you want more, you can bring
Feeling
your right
the
ankle
breath
up behind your back here
of the
and
lake
grab your cattail
or the river.
with your left hand.
You're seeing
Pull
yourself.
your right foot towards your butt, opening, rotating your spine here,
Nature
still gazing
is a
over your left
manifestation
shoulder.
of God.
If that's too much,
In that
just go for the
manifestation,
version that matches you.
it's love all the way.
In yoga is also so much connecting to one of the yamas, the 8 pillars of yoga, non-attachment. Not attaching to any outcome, accepting where we are, what we are. Very good. And start to release your foot here if you picked up your foot. And start to bring your left knee over the middle towards your chest, back into the middle. Bring your right knee as well towards your chest. Hug both knees here for a moment. Then extend your left leg. Bring your right knee still towards your belly, towards your chest. And then extend your right arm out to the right side and bring your left over, right knee over to the left side. Here again, grab a blanket or something if you want to place it on here. Gaze over your right shoulder. If you want more, just take the blanket away and check in that the twist is working well here for you. Still attaining to bring your right shoulder onto the mat. Good as you can. And also here again, bring your left foot towards your butt, your right hand towards that foot. Exhale, creating that extra opening here. You can press also a bit here into your glutes, into your left thigh. Create your leverage for the back side to open even a little bit more. We don't have that contracting muscle. The lengthening side can't open deeper.
Slowly releasing your left foot here again.
Bring your right knee back to your chest. Bring your left knee up again here as well.
Staying here with knee to chest, rocking maybe a bit from side to side. Massaging your kidneys. When you're too much under stress, they're releasing a lot of adrenaline and cortisol. By giving your kidneys in that way also a little massage, they can get more easily out of their firing state and come also into a calmness state. Very good. And the second last asana, I invite you to bring your feet a little bit out here into the air. Grab the outside of your toes, the inside of your feet, or your ankles, or some part just of your calf, coming here with me into happy baby pose. Opening your hips, maybe still rocking a little bit from side to side, fully relaxing your back onto the mat. Remembering how easy and light it was or when we've been playful babies. Getting that smile on your face, toddling around, enjoying life, taking things easy. It's a playful state. Get more and more back into this innocence that we find so attracting and adorable in kids and in animals. Getting more out of our minds into our body. And slowly lower your legs here. Come with me into Shavasana. Maybe you like to pick up a blanket. And nicely cover your body here in corpse pose. Maybe you even like to take another blanket or a bolster and put it under your knees, letting your hips relax even more. Then fully relaxing here with me in Shavasana. Integrating your practice. Letting all the benefits of your yoga practice arrive in your whole system. Accepting all the benefits. Sometimes you can feel after a yin practice that we maybe would like to journal, write some things down, go for a little walk in nature, or to just sit somewhere and drink in peace and aloneness maybe as well, a tea. Allow yourself to still take the time you need to integrate whatever you experience now in the last 75 minutes. You like to send some words of gratitude towards yourself and your body for taking this time for your practice, for yourself, decluttering your inner wardrobe, making space for more,
what you're ready for, what's meant to come for you. You can slowly start to roll your body onto one side, the one that feels more comfortable for you. You can take your hands, your arms below. If that feels right for you. Otherwise, you can just stay there and finish off by yourself as long as you still like to stay in a resting pose. Come with me into seated. And bring the hands, palms together in front of your heart. Namaste. I bow to you. May your thoughts reflect your words, reflect your actions. Thank you for taking the time for yourself, for your practice, creating more peace and calmness in yourself, and in that way also bringing more calmness and peace out into the world by being you. Super important in these times that we cultivate kind of being more and more. Thank you so much. You can like the video if you enjoyed it. You can share it with people where you might think that it's beneficial for them. You can subscribe to my channel to be informed about new videos. Check out other videos if you're interested in that. And always leave a comment, reach out to me if you have any questions, if you'd like to share something, some feedback. Lots of love to you.